Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado, and welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today I want to talk about a photography master, Irving Penn. He had a show in Washington back in the spring, and then I just heard about it's in Dallas, although I think by the time you're watching this it's over. But it might be the kind of thing to see if it's traveling to your city to check it out. It was a great exhibit. I really enjoyed it. It was a long exhibit. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like walking around a museum and seeing photographs printed big, displayed well, lit well, and just taking them in one by one. What a different experience that is than flipping through pages of an iPad, hitting the next button. It was a real treat, and whatever museum at your city or your nearby city that has any kind of photography exhibit, even if it's somebody you don't know or you're not sure, go see it, because there's something about the presentation on walls that makes such a difference. But the Irving Penn exhibit was a really strong exhibit. I knew his name. I didn't really know him and who he was. I saw some of the work and I recognized some of it, and it was a lot of different work. At one point he was shooting cigarette butts that were like smoked and tossed out, and he'd send his assistant out to the streets of New York, and he would have them bring back a few, and he'd find the one he liked, and he would shoot it with a macro lens on large format, and just odd compared to the fashion work he did, compared to some of the celebrity he did. To see what he did was a great mix, not like he's just one thing. And I really enjoyed his exhibit, and like I said, it might be traveling to your city if you're living near a big city, because I just heard it was in Dallas, and I was going to say, hey, go see it in Dallas, but when I looked, it looked like it was over mid-August, and this is mid-August now, so I think it might be too late. If it's not, put that in the comments below. If you're in Dallas, let me know. And he's one of those photographers that I think, he created a sense of fashion that was a little different than everybody else at the time. Everybody who's known seems to go one step beyond what everybody else is doing. If you see what everybody else is doing, we don't need that. We need what you can do and what I can do that is unlike what everybody else is doing. The biggest challenge we have sometimes is not just falling into the lockstep of what everybody else is doing. We should be doing that. Hey, the trend is wedding photography with, this much in focus on the wedding table, and the flowers this much in focus, and the invitations this much in focus. What else can we do? Does every wedding have to look exactly alike? Because every wedding I see looks exactly alike. I don't see who's doing work that has great storytelling. It seems like the only story we have is look how thin my depth of field is. I think that's the kind of thing where, stepping outside of the comfort zone of what everybody else is doing is also possibly dangerous, because what it says is, I don't see like everybody else. Here's the way I see, and it's uniquely mine. And you know what that says? That says you're open for scrutiny if somebody is saying, you're no good. And you're no good because nobody else has made it work, and so I don't like yours, and you can't even fall back on, well, other people make it work, so it's got to be good. You have to, and we have to, and I have to create something that is uniquely our own and say, this is what I like. And even if some people don't like it, there's a Kevin Smith filmmaker guy, the guy who made Clerks, who has a film out, and there's a video going around where somebody is at a talk, and he says, the person who's at the talk says on a microphone, I didn't like your film. And he said, that's okay, because I liked it. And should I not make it because you didn't like it? I have to make what I want to make. I'm an artist. And I think that's important, to find what is something that you love to make. If you shoot your love, you will shoot it better than anybody else can ever shoot it. What we love is what we can do better than anybody else who's doing it for, it's trendy, it's money, it's guaranteed to make fame. None of that matters. What matters is revealing yourself and putting yourself into your work. And I think Irving Penn did that. And I'll put a link to some work of his, and if I find a good video on YouTube, I'll put that down there and you can take a look. And if you have any comments, please put those in the comments below. And I thank you for watching. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button and I'll bring you some more. Hey, thanks so much.